All right. Nice to meet you, Samuel, from the Republic of Kenya. You are in Uganda today.
Yes.
May you please greet my fellow Ugandans, your fellow farmers.
Yes, thank you. This is Sampal Dairy Farm, Samuel Moturi from Kabuge Dhuguri. And today we are very happy to be in Uganda. This is Ruero district. And we came to visit farmers here. We arrived here yesterday. And today we decided we have to visit my friend and colleague, Samuel, and see how he's progressing with the project. Yes, Samuel.
Samuel, nice
Yes.
to meet you. I have a few questions
Okay.
I may wish to ask you.
Okay.
And the first question is, how many cows did you start with as Sampao Dairy Farm, and how much money did you start with in the pocket?
Wow. That's a tricky question, Sampal. Because when I was starting dairy farm, I was starting as Samuel Muturi and not as Sampal. But in the same line, I started when I was in secondary school. I was doing bull. Bull. I was farming bulls in Form 3 and Form 4. But when I came out, actually, after Form 4, I sold 3 bulls. Then I bought small heifers, which were 6 of them, because I needed some few coins. I was doing computer engineering, Kiabu Institute of Science and Technology, but unfortunately, I did not go through the course, but I thank God. So I started with bulls, then 6 small heifers, which I can say they are the one that started what we call Sampal Dairy Farm.
When you compute it into money, like how much money did you start with?
At that time, to be honest with you, the animals were not as much as expensive as they are, because at the moment we were buying the second generation animals. So because the bulls I sold, they were ranging at 60,000 each. There were 3, that is 180,000. Then I bought small calves, heifers, they were 6. I was buying at 25,000. They were 6. Yeah, so it was 125, 150,000. That's what I used.
That is Kenyan money.
Kenyan money.
Because we are here in Uganda.
Oh, sorry. Kenyan money, so you can do the conversion. Okay. Let's say if we use today's exchange rate, we will say that I started my dairy farming with approximately 4.5 million Ugandan shillings.
Uganda shillings.
Yes.
Okay. What was your biggest fear before starting Sampao Dairy Farm, and did you overcome that fear?
Yes. My biggest fear was I bought some heifers. I'm not that familiar with doing that dairy farming. So I was worrying, what if 1 or 2 or 3 dies? So I will lose the money that I used. Again, I was wondering, so if I try to do this farming, where will I get the market? You see, for bulls, it was about beef. And people consume beef on daily basis. So my biggest worry was if they die, and if I may be attacked by a disease, let's say foot FMD, the foot and mouth, or any other disease that will wipe out my herd. That was my biggest fear that I had at the moment.
How did you overcome that kind of fear?
Fortunately, by God's grace, I say we have the cooperative in Githogori that was started many years ago by the farmers in Githogori, and someone close relative encouraged me that they will give me the cements at a very lower price. I kept those animals for across 1 year, 1 year and some few months, around 3 to 4 months, and I inseminated the animals. And by then, the sex semens were not that expensive as well, because things were not. We are talking about 12, 13 years ago, so they were not that expensive, and they were charging us around 750 shillings each. 750 shillings each for sexed semen. And I did serve all of the 6 heifers all together because we are using hormone at the time.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Samuel,
Yes.
another question.
Uh-huh.
Kenyan is ahead of us. I mean, Ugandan is in dairy farming. What's that one thing Ugandans are doing wrong that Kenyan is do right?
Actually, to my own perspective, they are not doing anything wrong. What I can say is that they are living in their comfort zones. You see, if you are living in your comfort zone, you have everything at your disposal, and you have food. And for us as young men or farmers or someone who is not, doesn't have much money, as we may say, you'll be worried of where are you going to get your food for today or for tomorrow for your family. But Ugandan, because they have very big rads, you see, they are now in comfort zone. They are not
Thinking?
thinking very well into dairy farming. I'm not saying they are not thinking, but into what we do now, the dairy farming. You see, for Uganda, let me tell you, my friend Samuel, what we feed our animals, 50% comes from Uganda. Do you know that?
Sure.
Yes. We get, what do you call the machicha, the kikaja?
The chikanja.
We get from your country, right?
Uh-huh.
The maize bran, or what we call maize bran and maize jam, we get from your country, right?
Sure.
You see trucks, Kenyan trucks, coming to get those things here, bringing to Githunguri. Remember, Githunguri is a small constituency, but it feeds the whole of Kenya with milk. We are
The
the
whole
best
of Kenya.
farmers in East and Central Africa.
That small area, Githunguri.
That small area, Githunguri is a constituency. And the fresher company buys milk from only the farmers. Remember, Githunguri dairy farmers, the cooperative, the fresher, it is owned by the farmers. It is not a private entity. It is not a government entity. It is owned purely by farmers. So, Ugandans, the only thing they lack is now, what I may say, they lack the pure pedigree or the 4th generation animals, and also they lack what we call the know-how or the knowledge. That is the only thing that they lack. Actually, for the people who are now doing dairy farming in Uganda, people who have come through Sampal Dairy Farm, I think even you can bear witness, they are doing marvelous.
Samuel,
Yes.
please try to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
How much does one cow eat per day in money?
In money.
Yes.
So, allow me to dispose that, let's say it in monthly basis. I won't say it in daily, because I've seen online people trying to give information that is not correct to
Wrong
farmers.
information.
The wrong information. That is where I'm coming to. So, you see, when you are doing dairy farming, for me, I tell my farmers, don't expect that animal to give you 70% of what it is yielding. You are supposed to get yourself allowed 30%.
As a profit.
Yes, let the animals and their welfare have the 70%, and you'll be at peace with that. For example, you see, let's say, for you to break even, your animal should be producing an average of 25 liters.
An average of
25 liters.
every day.
Yes.
Is that possible? A single
I'm
cow,
saying minimum of 25 liters.
Samuel,
Yes.
is that possible? A single cow to give or to produce 20 liters of milk a day?
It is very possible. It is very possible because for me, I'm saying as bare minimum. You're
Minimum
supposed to
25.
be milking 25 liters a day for you to break even. Let's do
The
some
calculation.
the calculations.
Okay.
So I've been hearing people giving the information that you, the farmer, you'll be getting 70% or 60%, while the animal will be taking away the 30%, which I may call them illusions because it is not the truth.
Okay.
So if your animal is giving you 25 liters a day, by 30 liters, by 30 days, that is 750 liters. That is 30 days. So from that 750 liters, assume for us we are selling our milk at 50 shillings, then we'll come back and explain into the Ugandan money.
Okay.
So let me first of all do it in our currency. So 750 liters per month, selling at 50 shillings per liter, that is 37,000
That is Kenyan money.
Kenyan money.
Okay.
That's 7,500. So your animal, allow it to have 70%. So it will be taking 26,250. So 26,250, we've minused. You've been working for that animal, which means you are going to your yard, you are cutting your napier, you want to pay yourself for that day. You've called a border to bring you some feeds from the town. You will pay, right? You bought those TMR, you have to pay, right? You called a vet at night, he charged you expensively because you called him at night. So all those expenses is what we are deducting from the 100% from the 36,500. So if you do the calculation, that animal will give you around 11,250. And remember, for me, I go on the higher side. I'm not here to tell you to go on the lower side. I'm going to tell you to go on the higher side because anything may happen anytime, any day.
Okay.